Capricorn, as it's bouncing, it's going to adjust. It's on the tripod. We are here to do your romantic read for mid-month for your zodiac sign. Now, I've pulled a crystal card, I've pulled a chakra card, and the rest of them, as well as your love interests. Now, you don't have to be with this individual. If you're tuning into this romantic interest or directly with them, this will resonate for you. You can look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus because this is psychic orientation. You can get a little bit from all of them. Otherwise, do book a private reading and stay tuned for the live sessions, which I have super chat. Now, for your zodiac sign, we do have a lot of elements with Saturn going direct at the end of the month. We've also got Jupiter in your sign. And I just heard the term level up. It's like you're really making a conscious decision to jump back on board in anything you need to deal with. Now, from a romantic perspective, you have communication coming up. And you also have turquoise, but the crystal's in reverse. And I'll interpret this psychically as to who it's linking to. Okay, so I feel this is clarity coming from your love interest, and this has been coming through with all the romantic reads for mid-month. Romantically speaking, I'll briefly look at your chart and we'll get tucked into the read because it's juicy. There is a lot of clarification coming from your romantic interest of a transformative state that they're going through. You, on the other hand, are dropping control. You're like, okay, you're focusing on your side of the fence. You're not doing anything on their side. You're like, look, this is what I need to do. This is where I stand. And it might be detaching from certain situations, but we'll tune into it more further. I'll just briefly look at your chart. There was something I saw. Okay, home and accommodation. Again, you're trying to get things in order. Also, family-related dynamics, trigger points, trying to balance those things out. We had Venus in Cancer. At the moment, your throat chakra is open, yes. You have Pisces there. Be careful what you speak. What you speak, you will usher into your auric field. Be careful what you're putting out there, because I do feel if you can keep in alignment, it is going to move forward. And I'm really feeling this person does have intent to communicate with you in relation to these subject matters. But there is a situation that's being tied up at the moment, and I do feel movement by the 13th. And that's because Jupiter is going direct. Again, I would need to see their sign, but what's coming through in interpretation sense, it feels like on their side of the fence, something they said you might be tuning into, you're kind of summing it up in your head. No sooner have you released, I feel things move. But it is something on their side of the fence that is being transformed. Be careful, again, and I have said this all month, be careful where you're getting your information from. Dig deeper. And if it's not relating to you, I do feel it's about you actually thinking back to something you heard. And it's either from this person, they've said something, and it's kind of playing out in your mind. You need to let go of it because it's taking you a little bit out of alignment. And I feel if you do the third eye clearing, it's going to help you see something and detach from the perspective. You might also be getting, ascension symptoms and you're thinking, I've been in alignment. Why am I getting this? It can be when you tune into other people, you actually usher their energy in. So, if it feels deep in vibration, tune out of it because what they're going through is releasing an energy. And again, the 4s can link to in the 4th house placement a home-related dynamic, family-related dynamic. They know that this isn't going to last. They know that this is transforming and shifting. So whatever this is, be it conditioning, be it their healing, and I do feel there's a lot of light around this individual. It's been a very dark time for them. I'm seeing this movement of alignment. It's almost like they're trying to make space for you in their life more so and to bring you in, but they're also trying to trust in the process. And it has been very, they're gaining the light in a sense of love. Heart chakra activation, we have Venus and Leo. When I'm saying that, it can be to do with being in alignment and being able to move, having self-worth energy. We have Uranus and Taurus at the moment. So it's again, we may have been struggling with, head over heart, but it's more, the head and the heart is going to be working together to sum this up this month. The clearing of the heart chakra, clearing of the egoic perspective and perception, maybe tuning into it, summing it up, making major decisions. It can be very conflict orientated if we tune into that. But I do feel for you guys, you're looking at your horizons and you're willing to do this, providing both of you are on the same page. And I do feel the outcome being moving forward Yes, you will have to have courage to do this because your wounds will relate to the Aries placement of security, right? Home, trying to manifest something in. But whatever this is, I do feel relating to your relationships because it is a 7 energy. I'm feeling as though you're looking at things and summing it up. Now, this person, it's funny because there is this, be it you're together or not, they're really doing something at a very deep internal level separate to you. It's temporary. It is very temporary and it's moving quicker than you think. So you do need to be prepared, but you need to let go of the words of the past because what you're going to get is something at a higher vibration. You might be having loss and hopes and doubts at the moment and looking at the devil in the detail. You're being asked to free yourself from that mindset and to get as grounded as possible because no sooner do you, I do feel this is where the communication and the information and the movement comes from. Now, what they're dealing with is, you know, looking at previous connections, looking at previous ways of interacting and dealing with you, looking at the journey with you and, you know, what they don't resonate with anymore because, you know, the fortune in reverse might be very much victim consciousness, but it's also, you know, we're allowed to tune into that from perspective of tuning into it and going, wow, you know, that was pretty hard. And I feel this person is really looking at it like, you know, bearing their soul and willing to talk to you. So, you know, if you're only holding on to the energy of the past, you won't be receptive to hear what this person is saying. And I do feel that they're trying to muster that courage up. And they're going to talk about the pain in which they have gone through in connections. It might be at their workplace, a previous connection with you, how it's hurt them. There's also, it's strange, it feels like this situation has made them feel very old and withered. You know, a lot of vengeful energy around them, a lot of, you know, he said, she said energy, maybe loss of finances, you know, understanding and giving of power away. And I feel this is really coming to a culmination where they're going to release it and they're not waiting any longer. And this is where they're going to be liberated because they know they were incorrect in a sense of choosing X, Y, and Z. That's what they're showing me. But they're having to let it go. They're having to make peace with it and let it go because it's not serving them anymore. I'll pull a card for where this is coming from. What is this in relation to, please? And again, if you are wanting a more in-depth read, feel free to jump on and book a reading. It's not their hope and dream, you know, it wasn't, they took a wrong turn. This is what they're saying. They took a wrong turn and universe was making them accountable for something. And sometimes that ends up happening at a 3D level, but from a spiritual level, it's while we haven't made peace with it and it's making me nauseous even tuning into it. It was like, whatever this is, it's making them feel very nauseated. They know that what they want, it's going to take work. They have their eyes focused on it and it's a higher realm over a lower frequency realm like the devil energy. And again, these energies can swap, but I really feel this is your romantic partner. They're looking back and they wish they'd chosen differently. I really do. There's regret, remorse. I do feel they may have lost somebody. This can be an older energy that it happened a very long time ago, but it just does have this resonance like it's not just connections. It's not just choices. It's, you know, having their guides around them and maybe feeling that maybe there was a person, like a family member, a mother or father, that had told them something and, you know, shaped them in a particular way, but they moved away from that and they went on a different path. So they're asking for forgiveness in a sense, and becoming very, very spiritual in nature. They're releasing dark wounds. I do feel this is going to be a very emotional conversation. I do feel you've waited a long time for this deep transformation. Some of you also are really moving into higher ground and you're not controlling things. You know, it's out of your control, some of these situations. And, you know, if you felt guilt or anything to that degree, please detach from that because some things do just happen for a reason. You may be unable to help this person, and spiritually, I do feel, even if it's empathically, we are sending love and light. I do feel you're mirroring each other. It's almost you're also summing those things up. But you're in a cocoon state where you're transforming. Your heart is, your heart is lifting, and you're deeply reflecting over the sacrifices that you made, Capricorn. And I do feel you're liberating yourself. You're moving forward, and you're waiting. You're not leaving this soldier behind. It's on both sides. It's like you sense it coming. You sense this battle you're moving into. But it's not all your battle. Let me put it that way. It is going to be reciprocal in nature. This person is upgrading. And I do feel by dealing with anything relating to documentation, accountability, seeing situations for what they are, I do feel a plan of action, and it's going to come very quickly. So your attachment potentially held it stagnant, but I do feel it's shifting. You think you're going this alone, but you're definitely not. I'm not seeing that at all. Anything else they want me to tell you? Yeah, they know. Look, I'm also seeing if this person was with a karmic, and that's not for those of you that are together. It could be. I'm seeing a kitchen, and it's an old kitchen. They're sitting down with somebody and they're talking to somebody. If they have children, this is only for some of you. Sometimes these messages are very cryptic in nature. It can even be their childhood they're looking at. But I feel for some it is directly they're talking to an individual where they're needing to sever a contract. They have been through adversity, and I don't even feel they were with them, sort of thing. It's like, it had been done and dusted, but words needed to be spoken to mend that bridge, to neutralize it to a degree. And not necessarily that this is able to happen, but they're really speaking their truth as to some of these things they've gone through and the way in which they operated. It wasn't intended to be that way. I just feel they've become very, very rational, peaceful, neutral. They're very tired, very, very tired. Anyway, I will leave it at that. Tune in for the live sessions, and I will see you on the other side. Bye, guys.